Imagination is not the factuality of forming images of reality, it is the faculty of forming images which go beyond reality. The new image costs humanity as much labor as the new characteristic costs a plant. Water is a transitory element, it is the essential ontological metamorphosis. Imagination bifurcates along two irreducible axes, one that delights in novelty, surface, and transformation, and another that descends into depth, seeking the primitive and the eternal. The former blooms like spring, the later germinates like seed hidden within substance. Formal imagination is a play of appearances, a ceaseless metamorphosis of surfaces, while material imagination is an intimacy with substance, a dreaming that adheres to weight, density, and interiority. The eye names forms, but the hand knows matter. Therefore, true imagination is not merely optical, but tactile, not descriptive, but participatory. Every complete poetic act arises from the tension and cooperation between form and matter. Where one dominates without the other, imagination becomes either empty ornament or mute substance. Matter is not the absence of form, but its deeper principle. It persists beneath distortion, division, and transformation, maintaining an individuality that is more profound than any visible contour. To deepen matter is to encounter it as mystery. To elevate it is to experience it as force. Thus matter is both abyss and miracle, both concealment and generative power. Images that endure are those rooted in substance. Purely formal images perish because they lack the resistance and nourishment of matter. Every image is vegetal. It requires both earth, matter, and sky form, and its growth is slow, laborious, and conditioned by its adaptation to the substance from which it draws life. Material imagination organizes itself according to the four elements: fire, air, water, and earth, each constituting not merely a category of images, but a fundamental disposition of the soul. To imagine materially is to belong to an element. Each element establishes a fidelity, a deep adherence of the psyche to a primordial substance. Dreams are governed more by elements than by ideas. They elaborate the substance that dominates the dreamer's temperament, revealing a psychophysics of the imaginary. Every profound reverie must discover its element. Without this discovery, imagination remains superficial, fragmented, and without necessity. Imagination tends towards surfaces because surfaces fascinate, yet true poetic force lies in depth, in the slow, vegetative imagination that grows within matter. Superficial images reflect, material images penetrate. Thus, the difference between spectacle and substance is the difference between distraction and destiny. To detach beauty from its surface adornments is an iconoclastic task. It requires the philosopher to seek hidden images beneath visible ones, roots beneath flowers, What is the element of becoming? It is neither the eruptive transcendence of fire nor the stable persistence of earth, but the continuous passage between them. A being devoted to water is a being in flux, one who dies continuously, losing substance moment by moment in a gentle horizontal dissolution. Water teaches that existence is not a fixed identity but a perpetual transformation. Thus, the Heraclitean flux is not abstraction but material truth. The death of water is not violent but infinite, not vertical but horizontal. It is the quiet erosion of being into continuity. A substance becomes fundamental to imagination only if it supports ambivalence, if it allows the coexistence of desire and fear, purity and corruption, life and death. Without duality, matter cannot generate poetic depth. The imagination requires opposition to sustain its movement, to produce endless transpositions. Water exemplifies this ambivalence. It purifies and dissolves, nourishes, annihilates, reflects, and absorbs. Reverie precedes perception. Before any landscape is seen, it is dreamed, and only what has been dreamed can be aesthetically experienced. The unity of a landscape is not given by perception, but by the fulfillment of a prior dream. Reality completes what imagination has already began. Material reverie is not an image, but a substance. It pervades rather than frames, envelopes rather than depicts. The first images of an imagination are organic. They arise from the body, from its needs, desires, and rhythms. Before they are shaped into cultural or symbolic forms, even the most abstract poetic images retain an organic root, a hidden physiology that gives them their force and resonance. To understand imagination fully, one must descend beneath culture into the body, beneath symbol into substance. Thank you. Please like and subscribe. Art is not pure creation, but grafting. It unites dream producing forces with idea forming structures, allowing nature to bloom through culture. The human imagination is the transcendent graph upon nature. It intensifies matter, giving it form while preserving its density. A work of art lives only when this graft is successful, when form does not suppress matter and matter does not resist form. Water is not merely seen, but heard. It possesses a voice that precedes human language and teaches it rhythm, continuity, and flow. Human speech retains a liquidity, a flowing continuity that echoes the movement of water. Language itself is a material phenomenon. Thus, there is continuity between the murmur of water and the speech of man. Both are expressions of a deeper elemental articulation. Poetry is not representation but awakening. It restores the memory of dreams while opening new possibilities of vision. The imagination invents not only images but life itself. It creates new modes of being, new forms of perception, new intensities of existence. True poetry is fidelity to the invisible. It sustains the continuity between dream and world, between substance and expression. A work without substance lacks life. Formal imagination alone cannot unify disparate elements, for only matter provides cohesion, depth, and necessity. Therefore, the ultimate task of imagination is not to adorn reality, but to penetrate it, to rediscover in matter the source of all images, all dreams, and all being. The ultimate task of the imagination is not to adorn reality, but to penetrate it, to rediscover in matter the source of all images, all dreams, and all being. We're reading Bachelard's Meditation, written by Abe Zuka. Please like and subscribe. A sad flower has no mother love of its own, only its shadow reflected in the water. There have ever been, and even been, many men who drowned in mirrors. The world is an immense narcissist in the act of thinking about itself. Images born of water lack the solidity of earth and the vigor of fire. They shimmer, dissolve, and vanish, offering not structure but evanescence, not truth but passing reflection. Water does not sustain illusion with force, it seduces lightly, entertaining rather than captivating, dispersing imagination rather than fixing it. Thus, superficial water images belong to a weak imagination, one that delights in reflections but does not penetrate substance. Only when water deepens, darkens, thickens, and becomes matter does imagination acquire gravity and poetic necessity. The iridescent surface of water is the threshold of imagination, but not its fulfillment. Depth alone gives density to images and transforms reflection into substance. The movement from sensory to sensual marks this deepening, from what is seen to what is felt, from appearance to participation. Sensory values translate, sensual values communicate. Only the later bind the dream to matter. Water is the primordial mirror, not because it reflects clearly, but because it reflects naturally. It grants innocence to self-contemplation. The mirror is artificial, geometric, and closed. Water is open, deep, and penetrable, thus only water permits true oniric doubling. Narcissism is not merely pathology, but the origin of aesthetic consciousness. The first awareness of beauty arises in self-reflection. In water, the self is not fixed, but extended. Beauty appears unfinished, demanding completion in imagination. Narcissism is fundamentally ambivalent. It is both seduction and aggression, both admiration and confrontation, both self-love and self-struggle. To look at oneself is always to ask, for whom is this image, and against whom is it formed? Thus, narcissism oscillates between masochistic absorption and sadistic assertion, between longing and domination. In water, narcissism becomes idealizing. The self is not loved as it is, but as it imagines itself to be. The formula of transformation is not I love myself, but I become what I love in myself. The formula of this transformation is not I love myself, but I become what I love in myself. Through this idealization, life is aestheticized. It adorns itself, flowers, and rises into metaphor. Sublimation is not always repression. It is often the amplification of desire into beauty. The narcissistic image expands outward. From self-reflection emerges cosmic reflection. From individual beauty arises universal beauty. The world mirrors itself through the dreamer. Nature becomes conscious of its own beauty in the act of being contemplated. Cosmic narcissism completes egoistic narcissism. The self and the world reflect one another endlessly. Thus, all beings become narcissists, and water becomes the universal instrument of reflection. Narcissism gives rise to panopticalism, the conviction that all things are beautiful because they participate in reflection. Beauty spreads outward from the self to the world, framing existence within a total aesthetic affirmation. This is not illusion, but imaginative necessity. The world must be beautiful for the self to recognize itself within it. Contemplation is not passive. It is an act of will. There is a will to see, just as there is a will to act. The eye does not merely receive light, it projects it, illuminating the world through its own desire. Thus, nature itself appears to contemplate. The lake becomes an eye, the world becomes a vision of itself. Water is the gaze of the earth. It is the organ through which the world sees itself. Water as eye. In imagination, water is not an object of vision, but a subject of vision. It dreams, reflects, and thinks. The lake is a tranquil eye that gathers light and transforms it into the world image. Thus, to stand before water is to be seen as much as to see. Contemplation becomes reciprocal. Coolness is the fundamental sensual quality of water. It is not merely a sensation, but a substance. This coolness spreads from water to season, from stream to spring, becoming the atmosphere of renewal. Material imagination anchors adjectives in substances. Coolness belongs to water as heat belongs to fire. Water speaks, it murmurs. Its murmur is the primordial language of nature, a childish yet original speech. Streams laugh, babble, and whisper, not metaphorically but materially as expressions of their flowing being. The song of water awakens life. It is a call to youth, a renewal of existence at each dawn. Everything reflects in water tends towards the feminine. Reflection softens curves and renders form receptive. Water evokes natural nudity and innocence of exposure that belongs not to reality but to desire. The being emerging from water is first an image, then a desire, and only finally a form. The swan is a sublimated image of the feminine body. It is whiteness made visible, nudity made symbolic. In reflection, the swan becomes hermaphrodite, feminine in contemplation, masculine in action. Thus, water generates images that oscillate between genders, between passivity and act. Imagination intensifies progressively, from landscape to reflection, from reflection to body, from body to desire. The dream moves from distant vision to intimate aim, culminating in images that suggest action. Thus, poetic imagery is not static but dynamic. It evolves towards fulfillment. The swan song is not merely death, but the culmination of desire. It is the voice of fulfillment as the threshold of dissolution. In the unconscious, the ultimate song is erotic. It is the union of life and death, of climax and extinction. Thus, water becomes the medium of this paradox of dying through fulfillment and being reborn through loss. Water is the element of reflection, desire, and becoming. It transforms the world into image, the image into longing, and longing into poetic reality.